Hey class, I found this interesting. Perhaps you will too, perhaps not. I don't know. I was doing some homework about Saint Mark and the Gospel of Mark a couple weeks ago when I was, answering my intellectual journey about the historicity of the empty tomb account in Mark's Gospel. I just want, do you really know a whole lot about Saint Mark? I don't, or I didn't until a few weeks back, and I found some pretty interesting little nuggets about the guy. Just thought I'd share them with you, and also a little bit of info about Luke as well. Um, Mark, the earliest tradition, and this is in a piece by Hippolytus. He was a Christian. Hippolytus was a Christian in Rome, probably writing this around the year 210 or so. And he talks about the fates of the 12 apostles, and then he talks about the 70 apostles, the 70 disciples, who were mentioned in Luke 10 to go saturate the land of Judea with his message. And he goes along. He mentions some interesting folks who you may hear about in church history, or you may even hear about, in the Bible. There, like he mentions number 3, Matthias, who supplied the vacant place among the 12, among the 12 apostles. Number 6 was Stephen, the first martyr. Um, but anyway, he goes on. Number 14 and number 15. Mark the Evangelist, Bishop of Alexandria. 15, Luke the Evangelist. And here he puts in a very interesting note about these two gentlemen. These two belong to the 70 disciples who were scattered by the offense of the word Christ spoke. Unless a man eats my flesh and drinks my blood, he is not worthy of me. But the one being induced to return to the Lord by Peter's instrumentality, and the other by Paul's, they were honored to preach that gospel, on account of which they also suffered martyrdom, the one being burned, the other one being crucified on an olive tree. One being burned was Mark, the one being crucified on the olive tree was Luke. So, I don't know, check that out. Luke and Mark, two of the 4 evangelists, ditched out on Christ when they didn't get what he was saying. Definitely a message in there for all of us, and I suppose we can take home the fact that God is the God of second chances. We've heard it time and time again, and if you have screwed up in life, if you feel like you just cannot be used of God, keep in mind, 2 of the 4 recorders of autobiographies of Jesus Christ thought he was full of baloney and left him.